Hello everyone, this is Frank Ochoa, and in today's quick start tutorial I want to talk to you about the ADR method targets quote page located in your premium dashboard. If you scroll down to the first major subsection of your premium dashboard, you see the ADR targets and intraday video updates section, and at the top of that section is your ADR method targets quote page. This quote page is automatically calculated for me by my trading platform, and then I take a screenshot and upload it here prior to the markets open. And then I also put an updated screenshot during lunch trade. As you can see here, it tells you when the last update was made, January 17th, 2014 at 12:46 p.m. Central. So this was the last update that occurred during the lunchtime hour, Central Time, and that gives you the updated targets for the rest of the day and week and month. There are two sections to the ADR targets. The top section, this one contains the weekly and monthly targets. And you can see to the left here, these red ones are the monthly bear targets. The 75 is your primary bear target for the month. The 100 is your secondary target for the month. Here are your bull monthly targets, the ones in green. The primary is the monthly 75. The secondary target for the month is the monthly 100. That's your 100% ADR target for the month. And these targets are based off the AMR column here. And the AMR column is average monthly range, which is a 10-month average. This range column is the current range for the month. On the right, very much like the monthly targets, only these are weekly values. Average weekly range, again a 10-week calculation. The current range for the week. And over here to the right and left, you see weekly 75, weekly 100. These are your primary and secondary weekly bull targets, and these are your primary and secondary weekly bear targets. Down below, these targets are based on intraday values, so it's the average daily range, and this is a 10-day average daily range. This tells you what the actual value is. Here is the current range for the day. And over here, this is the range percentage. This tells you what percentage of average has today's price range been. So this was only a 1-point range in crude oil, and it had been averaging 1.52 points per day on a 10-day range average. So that tells you that price had only traded 65.7% of average on that particular session by that point in time. Any value that is below 65 gives you, by the end of the day, gives you an alert that there could be a breakout in the upcoming day, expansion. Anything below 65 is compressed or contracted type of price activity, and that usually forecasts expansion for the upcoming session. On the flip side, anything that's red here means that price traded a range that was 125% or greater of average. That means that was an expansion day. So if that figure by the end of the session is super big, is over 125%, that means the upcoming day could be a trading range or sideways type of session. The other thing here is these are your intraday targets to the right and left. Obviously the green ones are your bull targets, red ones are your bear targets. These are your various tickers. So for crude oil here, this is your first bull target, second, third, and fourth. Your primary is your 75% target for the day. And this is your scaling target. So you would take some off the table here to lighten risk and trade, or book some profits and trade to the primary 75. Here's your secondary 100. And in the case of expansion or breakout days, you have your extended 125% target. You have it on both sides there. So each of these targets are updated twice per day, and they are also reflected in the charts as well. So if you scroll down to one of these subsections here, for example, if I look at key levels here and bring up this key level section, you can see right here, primary monthly target, secondary monthly target. You can see primary monthly target on the downside, which is red, and the secondary monthly target here, 1753 quarter. These are all the same values that you see in the actual quote page that is found above. So these values are then being translated onto the chart. So when you see them on the charts, just know these are the exact same values, and you're being able to see them in two different ways, visually on the chart, and again in a compacted view on the quote page. So that is your ADR targets and intraday videos updates section there. I think this ADR method targets have been phenomenal, month over month, day over day, and over the last many years because they're based on averages, and that's why they work. So I'm going to continue to provide insight into how to use them in your trading, and that's where you can look for cues inside either the video reports, in the actual written copy, or even in the premium lookbook section where you see charts that are marked up with various targets in mind, which basically derive from these ADR method targets. And that completes our ADR method targets quote page section of the premium dashboard.